Hi friends, welcome to Ahilu Arts channel. I am your host Uma. So as I already told you, in these videos we are going to see only the Christmas decorations, right? So in this video we are going to see this beautiful, elegant hanging tree. Okay, I have in many other pattern what I have seen, they have used some cone-like structures in between to make it a cone. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to attach any extra fittings to our work, so I'll be just done this with a normal puff stitch and a single crochet. You can see the puff stitch, right? So I have done I have left a bigger tail so that I can have a loop to make it hanging, right? It's almost like a jingle bells. You can always attach a bell in here if you want, or some beads to decorate it, some snowflakes like that. You can always do what your imagination says. So let us start doing this. Okay, so I'm using a smaller thread, so that I'm using smaller hook, which is 3.5 mm. Leave a long tail. I'll tell you why. Okay, and do the slip knot. Now how much big you want the tree, you can have that much foundation chain. Okay, so I'll be having, I don't know how much chain I have, but anyway I'll be having 15 chains. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Now if I turn this, see, it seems to be too small, so I'll increase my chains. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now if I turn this, it also seems to be bit small, but okay, we'll try in this. Okay, so I have done 20 chains, so do one more chain and do a single crochet all the way across, right? Why I am not joining these two chains with a slip knot here and start working as a round in this row itself, because when we join here our chain will twist and we can't work in the spine as we always do, right? See, I'll be slip stitching in here so that our chain will be in turn. So when I start working on this spine, it will be turn in this side. I'll zoom in and show you. See, that's why whenever I have to work on a round, I will not join the chain with the slip knot, but with the slip stitch, but I'll be chaining the single crochet round with the slip stitch. Okay, so by that way we can avoid the slipping of the chain and we can have the perfect finishing in the edge. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is, I will not slip stitch into the first chain. Instead I will do the first row. Okay, so 1, do 20 single crochets, 2, 3, 4. So continue till the end. I'll show you how to slip stitch and join on the other side. Okay, see, I have done single crochet round. So now what we are going to do is, we will be slip stitching into the first stitch of our round. Okay, so by this way our chain will not be twisted and the edging will be perfect. Okay, so leave this. Now you can see why I asked you to leave a long tail. See, all single crochet round will be having a top edge as well as the lower edge, right? So for that, the top edge will be connected by the slip stitch, but the bottom edge should be connected, right? That's why I asked you to leave a long tail. Now you can insert the bottom of the first stitch and make a secured knot over here. like this. Okay, so that you can weave in this edge later, right? So now what we are going to do is we will be doing our puff stitch. Okay, we have a separate video for how to do the puff stitch. Now what we have to do is chain 1, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, again yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. I will be doing 4 times. If you are using a thicker yarn, you can do only 3 times, or if you want a bigger puff, you can always do 5 times. Okay, so make sure you are not separating or splitting any yarns. Okay, you have to pull through all the loop. See, this is how the puff stitch needs to be done. So chain 1 to secure the puff stitch. Since we have chained 1, leave the next stitch. Now you have to do next puff stitch in the 3rd stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Make sure you have you are doing the puff stitch even. Okay, if you have done for 4 times, you have to do 4 times all the way along. Okay, if you are doing only 3 times, then do for 3 for all the puffs. See, I have done 4 times and I am pulling through all the strands, right? And again chain 1. So this is how I will be doing the puff stitch all the way around. Since I had 20 chains, I will be having 10 puff stitch. If you have 30, then it will be 15 puff stitches. Okay, since we are skipping 1 stitch and doing puff in the next stitch, we will be having half the stitches, right? Like this. You have to continue till the end, and you have to do the slip stitch into the first puff. Okay, so continue till the end, and I'll show you how to do the next round. Okay, see, I have completed my puff stitch round. Okay, I have one stitch to skip, so I'll be skipping that and do a slip knot into the first stitch of first puff. Okay, see, you can see the puff, right? So that's why even though we skipped a stitch, it seems too close to each other, right? But imagine how it would be if we do a puff stitch in each of the stitches. It is not gonna happen, right? So for this, after this round, we are going to decrease to form a gradual cone, right? So for decrease, what we have to do is we'll be decreasing in a single crochet round. You can see I have done 1 single crochet row after every puff stitch round, but it's not visible because of course it's a puff stitch, right? Nothing is visible with besides that. So for that, chain 1, do a single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, one way of decrease is you can always skip the puff stitch and you can do the chain 1, you can do the single crochet in the chain 1 space. But if you do that, then the increase will be very rapid and it will not be like a gradual cone. Okay, so the tree will be suddenly completed. Okay, so we don't want that. So instead of skipping all the puffs and doing single crochet only in the chain 1, what we are going to do is we'll be skipping 1 puff and we'll be doing in the next puff, right? See, I have done 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet in the chain 1. Now I will skip this puff. I will be doing single crochet in the next chain 1 space, but I will not be skipping the next puff. Okay, so since I have not skipped the previous puff, I will be skipping this puff and do a single crochet in the next chain 1. Skipping, not skipping, skipping, not skipping. All the chain 1s we will be doing, no chain 1 will be skipped, but in the puff we will be skipping 1 and do it in the next. See, since I have done single crochet in this puff, I will be skipping this puff and do the single crochet in the chain 1. Okay, since this is skipped, this will not be skipped. You understand what I'm saying, right? So always do single crochet in all the chain ones, but when it comes to puff, you have to skip one, not skip one. Okay, skip the next one. See, I have skipped this puff, so I'll be doing single crochet in this puff. So like this, you will not be, it will not be rapidly decreased, but it will be gradually decreased to form the next round. Okay, since I have skipped this, I will be doing. So by this you will be skipping only 1/4, not half of the stitches, right? Like this we have to continue. One single crochet round, one puff stitch round, and while doing the single crochet round you have to skip one puff. You don't have to skip the other puff, right? So now I have reached the end. Don't bother about the gap or anything, because anyway the single crochet round will not be visible after we have done our puff stitch. See, you can see how our cone is getting started, right? Now I'll be doing my cone. So chain 1, I'll be doing a puff stitch here as usual. Skip one stitch and do the puff stitch in the next stitch. This is how we are going to continue as much as round you have. Okay, once you feel like you can't do puff stitch anymore, then you can do the decrease. I have done 1 2 3 4 5 puff stitch in this, 5 6 7 puff stitch in this round. After that I have not done any puff stitch. I have done only the single crochet decreased and I have completed. So do this, one puff stitch, one single crochet, one puff stitch, one single crochet. Single crochet round is where we will be decreasing. Okay, so after that I'll show you how to do this 3 rounds of single crochet and to decrease it into the cone. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of the tree to let you know how to do the single crochet decrease, right? See, I have done 4 rounds of puff stitches and single crochets. Now I can't work any puff stitches or more than this, so I'll be doing just the single crochet rounds, right? So this is also like the same decrease what we have already done. We have to skip one puff stitch and we have to do in the other puff stitch, right? So how why we are doing only single crochet? Because single crochet gives us a stiff ending, so that the tree will not be so much loose or shaggy, right? So that's why we are doing. You might feel difficult to do puff stitches when it comes to the upper rounds, but what I suggest is, it's okay if you reduce the number of rollovers in each stitch. See here, if I have done 5 times to do the puff stitch in the top itself, top and all, I have done only 4 rounds, right? So it makes the puff stitch smaller, but it will be easy for you to complete the round. Okay, and also I suggest the steel hooks. If you use plastic hooks, there may be a chance it will break, or if you use a wooden hook, then again there may be chance for the yarn split. Okay, so always choose a steel hook which is strong enough to hold the puff stitch. Also it will be the polish will be smooth enough to move into the puff stitch very easily, right? So I have done the first round. Now I'll be doing a decrease. Okay, so no matter how you do the decrease, you can always do as you like. Okay, but make sure you are doing it in evenly manner. Okay, see, I am doing 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 together, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 together, which is nothing but yarn over pull up a loop, pull up the other loop in the next stitch, pull through both the loops, right? That is how we do the single crochet 2 together. Like this I will be doing 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 together, right? So once it comes to an end, I will be slip stitching into the stitches. See, I have little more gap, so I'll be doing one more round of single crochet. So, single crochet, 2 together, like this. If you are doing all single crochet 2 together at once, then your cone will end immediately, so it will not be good to see, right? So that's why what I'm doing is single crochet 2 together in the next stitch, which makes my cone to its perfect shape. Okay, right? So I have come to the last stitch where I'll be doing a single crochet. So this is why I told you to use the steel hook. Okay, see, I have done my last round. If you feel like doing one more round, you can always do, but once you reach your edge, slip stitch into the middle 2 stitches so that your loop will be in the center. Okay, now chain 1, leave a long loop to make a hanging. See, you can always adjust the size. If you use thicker yarn, you don't need to have any balance, it will stand like that, right? See, my trees are ready to hang. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends. First try this out and let me know how it turned out. Okay, like our Facebook page Ahilo Arts, subscribe to the channel and never miss any video. Thank you.